You want some more?
Oh, no, I've already had it, it's so good, just try it, drink it.
Who is
It involved much labor.
Just Pete's?
No, it's clean as.
It was in Mill Valley yesterday.
And Noel?
You gotta drink all of it, cause it was a lot of work in
It was a lot of work. It's like $70 worth of coffee, essentially.
Where was it from?
Yes.
Downtown?
Tell them what happened.
I broke things on the way, where this coffee is.
So welcome to the County of San Mateo Coastside Design Review Committee meeting. Today is Thursday, October 9, 2025, and it is now 1:38 p.m. And this meeting is being audio recorded. And there are two opportunities for the public to provide comments, including a public comment period for matters that are not on the agenda, and a separate public comment session for each item on the agenda. And the CDRC's decision for item number 1, if any, will only be in the form of a recommendation and not the final decision, which will take place at a later date. So next we will move on to roll call. Mark Stagmeyer.
Here.
John Stedman. Not present. Julian Martinez. Not present. April Bingham.
Here.
Moshi Porter.
Here.
Mark Din. Not present. And James Bennington.
I'm here. Which you guys like doing these days?
I think he said I forget the reasoning, but I think it was work related. He wouldn't be available for this meeting.
And not be there.
So with that, we can move over to the chairperson's report. Would you like me to pull up from the prior meeting? Or any updates on it?
No, I don't think we can forego it. I didn't write one, but I might send you one anyway after today and make it a double.
Okay.
It's been 2 busy months. You're working in Ben Lomond at 6:30 this morning.
Oh, man.
So that means I left it for.
Okay, perfect.
Tired. Well, I mean,
So next we'll open up public comment for matters that are not on the agenda.
no.
I don't see anybody in person and there are no other attendees through Zoom. So with that, Chair, please indicate if you'd like to close public comment.
I could close public comment, please.
Okay. So next we'll move on to item number 1. And with that, I'll turn it over to Camille.
Hi, CRC, thank you for having me once again. This item is the county's design review ordinance update, continued from the last couple months. Staff will present the draft updated designs review standard table with the goal of collecting CDRC and public feedback for inclusion into the draft updated design review ordinance. The purpose of the update is to provide objective design standards that will be applicable to design review districts of the Bayside and Coastside for application to ministerial projects such as ADUs and discretionary projects in the coastal zone. This project was scheduled for continued consideration from August and September meetings. The draft updated design review orders will be reviewed at, actually at MCC first, then Planning Commission, then Board of Supervisors. Dates to be determined, but the MCC meeting will be October 22nd. And the focus will be on light standards. I might just do kind of like very brief, like comprehensive summary regarding the other design standards that are being proposed. But I think they're more concerned about lights than anything else. So, and we covered lights at the last session, but I actually did want to revisit one of them. Cause I forgot where we landed on it, but just to recap for April, we took out the tower prohibition in section E1. And actually concluded all my review sessions with the Bayside Design Review Committee, so I got their feedback on the whole thing. And I wanted to revisit two areas where I was unsure where we landed, but I feel like I've collected some really good feedback. A real good simplification of the statements that matter, and crossing out of the statements that, you know, could go either way. If it could go either way and it could cause the failure of a review of a project, then maybe best to take that out.
Yeah, great.
So less is more. So anyways, the two things I wanted to revisit are the Moshi section F2. We crossed F, just tell me if I'm wrong, but we crossed out F2, we just replaced it with one sentence.
Only when there's still about 6.5 feet in the setback.
Sill height or, I wrote or lower, but I think we meant or higher.
Higher.
Higher, okay, good, perfect. It's 6 feet, 6 inches sill height, right?
Yeah,
Okay, and then on F3, cross it out and just put no rooftop decks and non-conforming, with non-conforming setbacks, right?
maybe, yeah, I don't.
Okay.
know. I think that's correct.
That's correct, okay, cool. I just
Wait,
wanted-
no rooftop decks with non-conforming
Setbacks.
setbacks, meaning
Of
can
the
be figured
district.
out.
There's been a variance on the setback, if it's not 3 foot, if it's under the standard setback, there's no.
Of the zoning district, so if the ADU is say 4 feet,
Right,
they can't have a rooftop deck there, they'd have to stop the rooftop deck at like
Right.
5 on the side setback.
So that sill thing, you know, it was the sill and the rooftop thing that you're talking about, we discussed that, like, it had to do with privacy. And then you also look at it from the point of the person building it, right? So if you got it at ACU or the unit that's 3 feet from the fence,
yes,
and you got a window looking at the fence. I mean, who wants to look at that? And so that benefits both the builder or the owner and the neighbor. But the sill height was to keep if you're on a steep slope, was to keep people from looking
yeah,
into the neighbor's backyard from 3 feet away. That's
Well, I wasn't thinking about it being a single story though, is that what you're referring to?
Well, it had to do with it had to do with
Rooftop deck.
the height of the window being at the size of the thing.
Oh, I think that's that's the.
That's, remember we're talking about.
On non-conforming sides,
That
Yeah.
was the window.
then it's the sill height of 6'6", but if it's a conforming side like 5
Yeah,
feet,
then-
then they can have the window wherever, right?
Right, if it's
Okay.
on the inside looking.
Yeah,
in,
yeah,
it
yeah,
doesn't
I'm
matter.
sorry, I thought I heard roof, you talking about.
Does that-
deck.
Does that clarify for you, April?
barely, because I'm trying to imagine that.
Imagine what.
Imagine when we wouldn't allow it. So we don't allow rooftop decks pretty much at all.
Yeah, you were just talking rooftop decks and we were
I
talking.
know, then you went back to sill height, but yeah,
They were
the
both,
question was
well, we were
about,
talking about both actually, but.
Yeah. yeah,
Typical setback is 5 feet, so
Right.
if you're 5 feet from the property line. You can have your rooftop deck, no problem.
But if you're 3
If
feet,
you're 3 feet with an ADU, which is allowed,
The
no,
rooftop
it's 4
deck has
feet,
to
it's
start.
4
at
feet
five.
for ADU.
okay, if you're 4 feet into you're 1 foot over with an ADU, now you can't.
No, your rooftop has to start
Has to
20 foot
start.
back.
What it's doing is it's making the ADU compliance consistent with the house compliance.
okay, okay,
Just-
that answers it.
Just like
Now I
privacy.
understand.
Yeah,
For the
Now I-
privacy things, which
Yeah.
windows and rooftop decks.
Got it.
But actually, I have a clarification with regard to the sill height. So, in the Bayside Design Review, we found maybe 2 exceptions to the sill height, rule, which is say if it's an egress window,
Mhm.
And put it somewhere else.
You can't,
cause you can't you can't climb that high, I mean, 6.5 to
But
get
you
out,
can't
Put the
put,
egress somewhere.
you can't put the egress window on that,
not the forward side anyway,
that close to the.
4 feet.
You have to be on the
can't?
outside.
4 feet is the minute.
So you can.
So you could put it there.
So that's so a minimum size egress window, cause the egress window is like minimum whatever by whatever, so only that size. For a bedroom,
Sounds like-
would you do a lower sill height?
Why don't you just put the egress somewhere else?
Yeah,
They design it out so it doesn't have.
No, but say if it's an internally converted ADU. And that there's a long wall. At 4 feet.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna hit a corner or anything, it's just interior, so where would you put the egress? window?
That's one circumstance, so it should be, I mean, it's like, that's one narrow circumstance.
Well, we
To
just
me,
want to just allow a egress.
Can't we just put in an exception for an egress to do?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Just do that?
And then, and the only other exception is say if the window already exists, so. Say it's an internal conversion to an ADU, there's already say a 3 foot setback, cause they built it, you know, before we started asking for surveys, and now they wanna convert that area, then they can keep all the windows.
that's fine.
Okay, good.
What about if we make, if it's an egress window and the sill height's less than 6.5, we make it a big window or some kind of window that you can't see through. Or,
That's right.
read window or something like that.
I like that.
But it's gonna be
That de-incentivizes the loophole.
Exactly.
Okay, so opaque, okay, require opaque window in this
For
instance,
egress,
Yeah,
okay.
and then the loophole's gone.
No for new windows though, not for existing windows where you're internally converting. Okay, very good, I hear. Okay, so picking up where we left off,
So that, where, the edited copy that you have up on there, where do I find that one, or is it the same one that I opened before?
It's the same one.
It's the same one.
It's the same.
I've been just keeping all my edits in hard copy. I will make a digital revised copy 1 week before the NCC meeting so that they can post it.
Got it, okay,
But I wanted to wait till I get
okay.
the rest of your comments. Okay, so picking up on I1,
yeah, I think
yeah,
Mark wanted to revisit
A little bit.
the
I did,
one,
G1.
but I just wanted to hear, it's only because this
the
material.
roof material.
oh yeah,
Roofing material is basically,
wow,
these are the really dull ones. I mean, this is copper, which is Richmond, the deep pockets guy over there. And these are some really dull finishes. I didn't kind of Chinese ones in. But this,
Yeah.
and this is treated.
yeah,
It's not galvanized, it's called gallium, so it kind of retains it, but I wanted to, it's one of the. I couldn't find it, the dullest one. But you were talking about taking this out of the picture.
would you be okay looking at this from your house?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You'd be okay looking at this from your house?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll say untreated galvanized,
Yeah, do that.
okay,
Like that.
okay.
Because then it'll rust and be like in roofs.
So there's only a prohibition on untreated galvanized.
Thank you.
Okay, perfect. All right,
Yeah,
I,
I think that's great.
I think that copper roof is stunning.
Yeah,
That's really colorful now.
so we scratched out copper. We're just now prohibiting silver and untreated galvanized. Okay,
What's silver? It doesn't matter. That is, I guess.
I think that's a good one. I mean, anything silver is gonna be great, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too shiny,
yeah,
that's the whole point.
And then
Yeah.
stainless steel.
Did they have
okay,
stainless steel? Well, if you can afford
You
it.
can take a couple of pickup trucks and convert them, I guess, take the seat off of those.
Yeah.
okay, grading and hardscape. When an existing
Where are we, 28.1?
1.5, I1.
I1.
Yeah, grading and hardscape. When an existing on-site driveway can be used to access the site of an ADU shall utilize the existing driveway, making alterations as needed, like say widening for vehicular access. So we're trying to discourage multiple driveways where it's just for an ADU.
Mhm.
All right, prohibit raised Prohibit raised building pads of more than 8 inches above the existing grade. And then the BDRC members made an edit of above the low side of the existing grade, because you might have a,
I like
slow
that.
side.
Yeah, no, my house is like that. I got 2 feet of concrete on one side and 4 inches or something on the other side.
Yeah,
You need 6 inches to grade for metal, for, wood. So it's kind of I mean, that's barely enough, 8 inches.
But what is the point of that?
I don't know.
it's to prohibit raised building pads where they're building a platform, like say they really designed a flat house and they couldn't afford a flat lot, so they found is like a slope lot in El Granada. And, like a downward sloping, and now they wanna build a platform for their flat house. And that platform is like 3 feet in the air on the low side. So this makes them basically break it up. It basically underscores the, stepping down the hill.
It's like this.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Right, you wouldn't, but it's like, do this, not that. So stepping down the hill.
Right.
8 inches, I guess that's a legal height, so that would do that. Is your wood, you have a slab and then your wood has to hang past like an inch and a quarter, inch and a half, or stucco's like 2 inches past, so that would give you the 6 inches.
Yeah, but you could just like, you're doing curve up. I mean,
Well, no, flat slab houses, it's a slab and then we build on top of the slab.
Yeah, that's the point about this. It's got a flat slab,
And
like my house is a flat slab. One
Is it?
side, it's right there on the, just
Yeah, yeah.
above the ground level.
Right,
The other side, it's maybe
yeah,
18 inches, 2
Right.
feet.
so would you want to step
Foundation.
down, you'd have a step down in your house?
I don't, why would you put a step down on a flat slab foundation?
Well, most people level their lot and then build.
Well, yeah, but, how much can how much can you cut out?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Whatever
saying?
you.
Anyway.
I know, but I know, it's just,
But it's this language about 8 inch.
I think as simple as we can make this time is, if we go all the way back to the simplicity that the original thing was, that's what I think, that's why
I think for planning, it makes more sense to designate the height of the finished floor.
Oh,
Rather than the building pad.
okay,
But that's,
what do you?
then you should.
Okay, but so the VDRC, they mentioned, this is a really great comment, I thought. They mentioned that the Abodu ADU prefabs are sitting on an 18-inch platform, because that's where all the utilities are.
Yeah,
So they crossed out this for ADUs
okay.
to allow for that, and so that it's only gonna apply to basically new houses
Mhm.
and additions.
Mhm. I think it's fine. I mean, I would put a curb around every slide on grade.
Yeah.
Anyway. And then you can bring your siding up however much you want.
when you do a curve, it has for 2 stories, it has to be 8 inches. 1 story only has to be 4. So that's why it gets sort of difficult to do the curve.
Yeah.
What do you mean a
Just have
curve?
6-inch curve. Just a
For a slab on grade, you run a curb
concrete curve.
around all the edge of the house.
Of the foundation.
Yeah, and then you land your bottom plates on that for.
And then he's gonna come around and put all the baseboard on.
Yeah,
Okay, so
There's nothing
the you're trying to factor for a curb and the foundation?
no, I'm just saying, I think it's good.
You think
Yeah.
8 inches is fine for
Yeah.
you, Mark, too?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right,
Just teasing.
do you think ADUs, so just thinking out loud, so like there's the whole Bodie thing, but like, think about an 800 square foot ADU, a lot of people have been doing 2-story ADUs.
Garage.
Yeah,
With the garage underneath.
yeah,
Because it's supporting.
well, there's one coming up that limits the size of the garage, so. But, you think it's okay that this doesn't apply to ADUs? Or should we allow 18 inches for ADUs or 20 inches for ADUs? I don't know, but then like, I mean,
I don't see where anybody would really, you can get around it just by changing your grade.
yeah.
So it shouldn't really matter. For somebody, I didn't know these prefabs came and then they put everything underneath.
Yeah.
That's sort of a miserable thing on the coast, because things get wet under there
Mm,
when they flood, and you don't want your heating duct.
On the bottom there.
I think we should require it for ADUs.
Okay,
Yeah.
how do you get around the fact that they're on an 18-inch platform?
But what is on?
They gotta get a different outfit.
A boat.
Yeah. Yeah. Have-
Something like
have a
a
little bit
Put a
of-
Because if
skirt around
you
it.
put it in the house, then it would still already be above the building pad. Right?
What is it called, an abode?
Yeah.
A boat.
Well, what do they normally set it on? Don't they set it on a concrete pad?
Well, usually.
Yeah, 18 inches, that's the thing, because they're actually, but
Go to models, go back.
Well, you do a foundation wall, and then you,
it actually looks really nice, it doesn't look like it's like.
Oh, you're looking at
Are
it.
they all one story, right? So maybe we can say except for single story prefabs.
You could say
Oh,
that.
the images are like.
Huh?
gotta make it really
I
simple.
think the internet's not letting the images load.
I'm looking at it, it looks pretty good.
So should we say except for single story prefabs? So how is the platform integrated? Is it integrated in the house?
It's integrated
or the
into the
foundation?
design of the outside of the house, so like the house
Exactly.
sits around it, so it doesn't
Exactly.
look bad at all.
So it's not, so,
So the skirt, it's a skirt on top of the.
It's got, this comes all the way down to the ground, but see, then this is the.
but
do you
the
see?
building pad is still,
The building pad is under
so
this.
that's the difference between the first floor and the building pad. That's 18
Yeah,
inches.
so we
for the
gotta
building.
leave that
So
8-inch
We're
pad.
only talking about 8 inches for the building pad, so it doesn't affect the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what you're talking about is you still gotta have an 8-inch pad to set this on.
Yeah.
Okay,
All
so
right.
I'm
then-
crossing that out. So I'm ADUs is back in.
Yeah, but are you sure that's?
We'll say that.
It still has to have something to sit on.
It looks like it sits about 18 inches off the pad, it does.
No, that's
Yeah,
the
see
first
the-
floor, but the building pad is still below the 18 inches.
Let me see what it
Well,
says.
see the floor height right there where the door is,
Right,
so that's. So that,
probably the 18 inches right
I
there. is
know,
what they're
that looks
talking
like
about.
7 inches, or it's that,
It's 2 steps, look,
I see from the outside, it's just that,
I think we're just regulating this.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
that's all you regulate.
And then they're adding like 18 inches of
Yes.
routing for utilities. That doesn't matter. We
Yeah,
just
that
want,
doesn't
we just want this,
It's just one design.
Yeah, you want the slab to sit on.
yeah.
Okay, so we're okay there. We'll keep that for ADUs. Does it make sense to, where it says ADUs over 500 square feet on ground floor?
But not.
So if it's only 500 square feet, then fine, have a platform.
83.
No, it should just, it's gonna always be on a slab no matter what.
Have a big slab. Have a big slab. But if it's a small unit, a small ground floor unit. Right?
But we have that cantilever thing that's thing on it too, that backs up about 4 sections.
Yeah,
There was something that cantilever,
Yeah.
and then, so you'd have to cantilever if you're gonna have 500, what am I, not really? Sorry, never mind. Yeah,
I don't know, I could go either way on the 500 square foot. Well. I don't know, I think we should get rid of that too, cause I think. It could still look really awkward, like,
on the slope.
yeah, like if you have. The slope side. And. The retaining wall and then 2-story structure
Well, it won't be 2 stories if it's 500 square feet.
on the ground floor.
Oh, just how over 500,
Alright,
period.
keep some kind of exception in there.
Okay, over 500 square feet. So if it's 500 or less, then it can have whatever platform.
yeah, it says that, that's good.
Okay, perfect. Good point. Okay, 3, for lots where the front half of the lots of upward average of 15% or more from the street. Do not place more than 50%. So the BDRC said 50, it says 30 on this. Of the height of the garage below existing grade. Unless necessary to meet the maximum slope driveway elevation requirements of DPW or applicable fire district in order to minimize project rating for garage and driveways and filtration to not far. So how much of the, on an upward sloping lot, how much of the garage should you be able to put underground?
I think the 30%, okay, remember Second Street? The big hole they were gonna dig there? I mean, that corner there is a postage stamp that's got cutouts on 3 sides except for the top, right? And so it's pretty unstable as it is, but what they were proposing there, they were gonna bury that completely. And then, now you gotta worry about the neighbors' houses falling into it during construction or after construction, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Too big a hole. And, 50%, if you got a 10-foot ceiling, I don't know. What do you think?
yeah, I was not just that particular one, but I'm in favor of burying houses on an upslope. So the houses behind it are looking over, so the more you get down.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
more you
I
get
got you.
down, then the more of that hill you're cutting out.
Have you ever seen any house slide into another house?
No,
Well, it's not, I mean, if it's right next door, but you're talking about 2 20-foot, say there's 40 feet.
We're just talking about grading in general, like the lower you start on the garage, the lower you start on the garage, the more you're cutting out from the house.
I know. The whole, it was just garage underneath.
But if you
I
set,
have to know that one.
if you set the garage higher and you just let a little slope on the driveway and not, I think there was one in Ontario, I don't know if you guys remember this.
I don't know.
But next to, no, Moss Beach, next to,
Yeah, Mark, in front of
Yeah,
Mark Inns.
exactly.
That was pretty.
so like
They
you
were
wanted a
chopping in.
completely flat driveway, but fire allows for a little bit, and then like you start the whole thing going up and it conforms to natural topography better than if you're kind of just building what you want on a flat lot, if you're just carving out a flat driveway with a
But
flat
you have,
garage.
you have your restrictions anyway from the median point
grading.
between the two. It's only 28 feet, that's all you get, so
No, but
you
like,
have to start stair stepping.
you do, but the whole point is to minimize rating, minimize the alteration in natural topography. So how do you get it to conform? How do you get those kinds of houses to conform? And it's by starting up higher, right?
Yeah,
I think I like how this one's worded, cause it gives an out for difficult sites.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
Do you think
It
30
says-
or 50? Cause BDRC wanted, like, I know like for say that house or even Katie Costume's house. The garage is like completely below grade.
Uh-huh.
Katie's is,
I
yeah,
think so, isn't it?
all those on Uggermouth over.
So the more we can offer, the better. Then
Yeah.
fewer applications are gonna fail.
Yeah,
Well, I just, that house that on Second Street, the other thing I had a concern with was it wasn't structurally really. It didn't seem like, well, maybe because our architectural drawings, but it didn't seem like that place was sturdy enough for that big hole. You know what I mean, in terms of the foundation and everything in the house.
but you're
Especially
digging
the
into
front
the
side.
hillside, right?
Yeah, it was a big hole, and so then, it's all right.
I mean, it's more engineering. It's more earth movement that you have to off-haul and dump somewhere. It's all bad, bad, bad.
I think 50% makes sense.
Okay,
yeah, me too.
okay, cool. Alright,
That's what we'll do then if you got.
Have you ever been to the Amalfi Coast? Every single house is built into the hill like that.
like
In Italy.
buried with a garage buried.
Yes. Every single house in Italy, and those houses have been there for a stupid amount of time.
I don't know that I'm worried about like permanence or stability. It's more just like respecting that hillside and not swishing out a flat lot and like carving a huge hole out of it.
I just,
You know what I mean? Like it should be nestled in the hill, not like it should be like freaking imposed in the hill, you know what I mean? Imposed upon it.
Yeah,
well,
I know, I just feel like once you
streets where
dig,
they're
once you
built up,
like kind of go in, you can build into the hill grade more. Like, I mean,
right,
I think the worst thing is having things sit on top of the hill. Like with stilts.
well, no, that's not right either.
Yeah.
No, it's how you get a car in the park, it's all about parking cars.
Well, yeah,
I mean, if it's just a house cut into the hill, you don't
We
have,
get
when you have
lots
a grade that starts like that from the road and upslope,
Yeah.
So up a certain percentage,
What's all
it makes a difference, but.
those houses in my neighborhood too, that right when you turn onto Medio, like when you're going into Miramar. Like some of their driveways like this, or some of the driveways in Granada, I mean, that doesn't make sense, I think it would be better if graded it.
I think some slope you can still back out of, but if it's too high of a slope, it's really hard to back out of.
Yeah.
Your groceries fall when you get out of the car.
Well, there's still,
I mean, there's a 20-foot setback, you're getting flat at some point.
There's a lot of houses, I mean, I'm
this
just.
still says unless necessary to meet maximum slope and driveway elevation.
It's a bit of a,
Slope and driveways.
the DPW literally would have to say others.
Well, I think it's 20%.
Yeah, it's 20%, 20% for fire DPW, but
So,
people,
we're
certain
still-
people don't want
20%.
a slope at all.
I've got 20% on my driveway.
Okay, cause yeah, that was
And I
your.
straighten every time.
All right, so you guys wanna do 50%?
Let's do 50. Okay, next one. On
Did your
slope,
grapefruit go rolling down the street?
on slope sites of 20% or more, so this is super steep, no more than 50% of the exterior areas, excluding the buildings, may be excavated to provide for a flat terrain for accessory areas, including but not limited to patios, pools, walkways. This is basically them just terracing up their entire site with not only the building, but all these accessory areas. Instead of like, this is again to minimize alteration of natural topography and us trying to quantify.
Okay, so no more than 50%, so, okay, so
I think
they're
that's fair.
gonna make a
Fair.
patio or something half the lot.
Half the lot, half the rest of the lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of area, that's plenty.
I don't think so, I mean, I think about like. No more than 50%.
Of
Yeah.
the exterior areas excluding the house, so of the yard
Including the
areas,
house.
Just for slope sites, 20% or more.
just super steep slopes.
I think it's fair.
Do you?
With the backyard that you can't use.
Yeah, with the backyard, you can't use, I would say it's like 70 or 80%. Yeah.
No, I
Just
don't,
carve it up.
Well,
I'm not-
you're
Well, I
terracing,
mean, think
you
about
can
it
also
in the
bring
yard.
in dirt, you can do a lot of different things, but. When you're buying a house and you can't use 50% of the lot size because you're
they're
not.
not saying you can't use it, they're just saying you can't terrace it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
So then if
Some of these
you put in a
slopes
couple
are
of
like-
patios in your yard, then you don't have
Okay,
space
so
so big.
how about over a certain percentage of slope?
Well,
It says,
that's what
it
I'm
only
saying,
says 20% or more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a steep slope, man.
I think we are at that 80% anyway, because
Yeah.
it's excluding the building.
Exactly,
And so you're taking at least 50%
for lot coverage,
What's left?
of
yeah.
your lot. So 50% of that 50%, you're in 75%.
Yeah.
I think you should be able to use that. Use 75.
Well, why don't you just buy like a flat lot?
They
That's what
don't
you want.
always exist.
Yeah.
One
I
thing I
like
tried to
that.
Well,
factor
minimize
in,
alteration and natural topography, right?
how many more houses are we really talking about over 20 years? I mean, there's not a lot left to infill, right?
What, Montero's like the last
Montero,
frontier?
Montero.
No, but Montero's like the last frontier, is it not?
We're the last bunch here.
I don't know, is it?
There's quite a bit.
There's quite a few empty lots.
That's
sold
what
there.
else to go.
There's a lot in Montero,
Yeah.
Most of them are really hard to build.
and they're hard to build on.
And, oh, and Seal Cove.
That's why they haven't been built on.
They're not gonna build these, so, oh,
I don't think so, not with that shifting.
50% of what's left is plenty, because you gotta have.
You think there's
a little bit of
50%
grade
left?
around.
Oh, and
You know,
El
if you-
Granada,
if
the
you
upper
cut-
portions of
yeah,
El
if you
Granada.
cut All you're talking about is a giant patio.
And see, that's why, because all those other portions of El Granada, otherwise then you're not gonna be able to build. And what are they gonna do? I mean, that's gonna make it, I mean.
Buy a flat lot or get an exception to this.
I think this
But
is.
maybe you shouldn't want a tennis court on, yeah, on that flat, on that slope, lot in El Granada.
For their dog to go
just a
outside.
yard.
You know, you'd be surprised, people build basketball courts, tennis, like pickleball courts.
I mean, on a,
Oh, we got no pickleball courts.
call it a 5,000 square foot lot. We're allowing for 2,500 square feet of flat area. That's,
No, excluding the house. Oh, that's good.
that's a
Yeah.
lot.
That's one. Well, that's
Okay.
what we bought, yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
we're sticking with that. Okay, driveway length and associated parking area shall not exceed 50% of the length of the property as measured from the street. except to access a detached garage or carport or ADU located at the rear of the lot. And then the BDRC added with exception to serpentine driveways needed to meet slope requirements, maximum driveway slope requirement. So like, if you have to
Right.
put your house, put it further back and it's
Sure.
really steep from the street, then you gotta get that serpentine driveway in.
Right, it's gonna be a little bit longer.
It's gonna be a pretty big lot.
Yeah. To meet the slope. And they added 50% of the linear length of the property, as measured from the
That's
center.
probably, right, I mean, there's
As measured from the center line of the driveway.
no lots that big enough to do a serpentine driveway.
I was trying to think of, there's a couple lots that you could do,
So,
not, yeah,
I mean, the only big lots that were left, Seal Cove, kind of, they start getting around that, but. So I'm looking at 1,000 square foot, 5,000 square, 7,000 square foot lot, or even have to do it never. Yeah, that's, I'm good with it, anybody else?
Yeah. 5 and 6 look good.
Oh, good.
Let's go to Jake's.
Well, no, 6, there was an edit from the BDRC. Okay, limit the amount of hardscape areas for non-driveway and non-walkway areas such as uncovered patios, non-required uncovered parking areas, outdoor storage areas. So maximum of BDRC changed 30 to 50% of exterior areas excluding buildings. So this has to do with pavement, the amount of pavement on a lot. Oh, and they added limit the amount of hardscape areas of the front yard, so they only wanted to apply this to the front yard.
So it's like a guy puts a gravel parking area on the side of his driveway,
Exactly.
you know?
But hardscape, would that be retaining walls?
No,
No, it's
it's horizontal.
Oh,
Horizontal.
it says horizontal.
It's like,
Storage area.
driveway length, associated parking
We're
area.
done with that one. On the next one.
Or unheard, outdoor storage.
So they said 50%, limited to 50% of just the front yard.
30%.
Why, but why? Why this one at all?
Because it's like paving your.
Because people
entire
do
lot.
pave the entire, like, Jim, his whole front yard.
Actually, I think 5 and
You know,
6,
if you wanna talk about why, we can talk, cause I had to go to the county to fix my drainage.
Oh, yeah, it was a drainage problem, man.
I know, and that's what it was about.
Other,
I feel like 5 and 6 are getting at the same exact thing.
they're getting
Actually, that's what they
exact
told
thing.
me.
And you already have other standards about permeable.
There's nothing quantitative.
No.
Oh, you mean the
other
drainage
The
standard?
drainage.
No, but,
standards.
It
okay,
does got-
yes,
Yes.
but if you made the whole lot for paved permeable.
You couldn't because of the permeable standards.
If you
No,
did
but like,
parking lot.
how, this is a visual thing, so even, yeah, fine drainage, if say you resolve the drainage by using permeable everything, the whole lot looks like it's like a hard surface, is that good?
Well, you can drive on it and park on it, and that's what they don't want you to do. So that's what they're.
Well,
They just don't want
Or
you to.
store stuff for your boat, or like,
Yeah.
just pave
Exactly.
over, cause people don't want lawns, they don't wanna mow their lawns, so they just pave over their front yards.
Yeah, but I'm worried that this is like getting into, yeah, no, I don't know. I
No?
think you've already got the drainage rules. I
How
would
big
take
is
them
it?
both out.
I have a similar
The amount of,
Yeah,
I think the permeable surface,
Takes care of it.
It does.
Visually, takes care of it visually.
I think if someone wants to move all that impermeable surface to their front yard, go ahead.
Oh, no, but also think about it this way.
think about this, my front yard is all whatever it's called.
There's, good, skate.
Skate, right, because it's,
That's not paving.
yeah, but it's all rocks,
No,
so.
but that has texture, it's different,
That's
it's
nice.
nice, that looks good.
Well, it still allows for people to
But-
park their cars in front of the house, which is fine. But, there's gotta be some kind of a limit.
Yeah, there's gotta be some kind of.
I mean,
I
there's
think
gotta-
we should cross out 5 and leave 6. Cause 5 gets at 6, I mean, 6 includes. Anyway,
No.
No, I think it's the other way around.
It's the other way around.
keep 5, cross out 6.
Keep five.
So this is my point with, say, for number 6,
Mhm.
we do a drainage review if you're doing your house, but say, April, you wanted to take out your xeriscape and you wanted to put in, like a cement pad for whatever, for your children to play on. or dogs run around, you would not require a building permit for that, so there would be no drainage review for that.
Hmm.
And people could just do that all day long, add portions of paved area to their lot without any kind of drainage review, because there's no project that triggers a building permit.
Okay, so, you know, the part of
Well, then
this that,
what reason to take it out, honestly? Because what you're telling me is that the only time this would get triggered is at design review.
No,
Do you see what you're saying?
no, because we're also changing the regulations. Design review used to only apply, or currently only applies if you have a permit. We're taking that language out to require, like, even if you just painted your home, but you painted it red and yellow like McDonald's,
So it's called.
that project would not require a building permit, and we could not enforce that because the way it's currently written, but now I'm taking it out that any alteration at all would trigger the compliance. Not just permitted, permit required for such alteration, like, it's any alteration.
No,
Where's that
and
gonna change?
I do like that then. I think
You know-
that addresses that
one of the,
Wait, what, 5,
6.
6?
It addresses unpermitted,
Paved.
concrete,
Yeah,
right, you know,
in the.
front yard, is it front yard or everywhere? What, front yard?
it's, well, okay, the critical
Just the front.
part of this, I'd like to emphasize is the last sentence there where it says, or the last part where it says maximum 30, unless hardscape areas will be screened by landscaping to reduce visual impact from residential areas and from roadways.
I do like the exception in there.
You
So
like
that to me is, you know, the critical part of that. If you're gonna build a shed in your front yard, you know, let's hide it from the neighbors. you
Yeah,
know,
that's true.
Okay,
Or
so,
you do a tree or whatever.
well, no, and so, you know, number 6, you know,
6 is
there's,
okay?
I think
So then
six
take
is
out
fine.
5, so then take
Yeah,
out.
take out 5, I agree, take out 5. Okay, good.
And you only mean hardscape, so you mean like concrete or asphalt or something, not rocks.
Not
right?
rocks.
Okay,
yeah, and they're talking about,
So I'll put not rocks,
yeah,
not zero's good.
uncovered parking, outdoor storage, you know.
I mean, with our water problems and our fire problems, we need more hardscape. We
Hey,
need
outdoor
more-
storage, come on,
Yeah.
I know a guy that lives near me that's got an outdoor storage problem. All right, you know the guy I'm talking about?
I don't know.
Okay, well, next time you walk down my street, look at my neighbor.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
No,
Okay, moving on. J1, utilities, install all new service lines underground for the segment extending from the nearest existing distribution point to the new residence or new detached ADU. Applies to residential major remodel addition where electrical panel will be replaced.
See,
Good? Good. Okay. When located in areas that are visible.
but wait a minute. Under,
Underground.
yeah, we're not PAD here. Okay, I'm good.
Okay. When located in areas that are visible from a street or neighborhood property, new well storage tanks, exterior trash storage, irrigation backflows, transformers, air conditioning, seed pumps, generators, and other ancillary structures shall be screened from view. Screening materials values durable and compatible, materials compatible or durable with the onsite building.
That one's nice too.
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
Alright, those are all pretty much.
But that doesn't necessarily mean like, I'm gonna build like a trash enclosure, but I'm not gonna make it stucco, do I? Cause we're not.
you could be,
I mean, that's what you're building is a screen.
Yeah,
you could be as vines on it, or just.
But yeah, compatible is a little bit
Yeah.
subjective.
it says compatible with the,
Screening.
yes, cause I am going to build like a structure to hide my trash
It
fence.
should be durable, compatible.
It says just material compatible with the materials.
Yeah,
That's odd.
right.
So just compatible. The compatible's, what do you call it? Subjective.
Yes. I think you have to take out that part of it, just take out the sentence. And say, I think it's good to have it screened from view, that's, seems,
Well, irrigation backflow device, you're gonna make something compatible.
How about complimentary? Can we use that word?
That's subjective.
That's
subjective too. It's just
Yeah.
screen from view, period. What do you-
Yeah, that's what I think, just
Yeah,
right
screen
from
from
view.
view, period.
Yeah.
Cause
Okay,
you could put up like weird leaves or something.
You're right, that's what.
Plants would be fine.
yeah,
You
he's
can
durable.
put a blow up doll too.
Anyways. Garages and carports. Oh, this is a good one, I think. A new garage slash carport to serve an ADU must not exceed 250 square feet.
Leon J.
K1.
Okay.
Cause this is to address those ADUs that come in 2 stories with a 2-car garage, you know. And when only
Yeah, I know.
uncovered parking is required, it's the very most only uncovered parking, but they wanna, you
For an
know.
ADU, you don't, but you can, there's so many things to ADUs, you can say, you can call the garage a supporting element for your ADU, almost, well, I bought this with that property next to mine.
Did
You
you?
just do a roof decks and a garage
For the ADU.
for an ADU.
The guy next to me is doing the same thing, and I'm pretty sure it's bigger than 250 square feet.
Exactly, they're doing the full 400 square feet
Yeah.
garage, and now it's like, you know, ADUs are
It's
meant to be
another house.
small, and now you're like, it's freaking
It's
massive.
closing that garage.
And garages are a bit of a loophole, because if you call them for the ADU, they don't really count. They don't count in the ADU floor area, and they kind of, it's a kind of limbo whether they count towards the lot FAR, because they're for the ADU, so it's like.
There's no more FAR.
Yeah,
This-
I totally agree, and I think
Okay.
the ADU laws were built to reduce parking.
Yes,
Adding parking is
But not too loud, not too,
ridiculous with an
not
ADU.
4 inch.
it's basically a way to get not only your 800 ADU, it's like your like 1200 ADU, do you know what I mean? Like, it's a way around that 800.
Well, that's exactly what the guy next to me is doing. He's building essentially a 2,000 square foot ADU.
Yeah,
Yeah, so this is meant to.
Yeah.
Okay, so you think it's fair and it's not too much, and it's not too little, blah, blah,
Oh,
blah.
yeah.
There you go. Okay, K2.
We can
Yeah.
do X and the mid coast for now.
Oh, it's just ADUs, all ADUs.
Oh, okay, again, sorry.
Yeah,
um,
okay.
what about, and I don't know if there's parking somewhere else, but are they supposed to, for ADUs, you're supposed to provide a parking, off-street parking,
Only uncovered.
uncovered? But
You're
you're
still gotta be off street.
Honey, prominent garage is unavoidable. Use decorative garage doors with careful selection of door style, window design, material.
Okay, so the BDRC decided we don't care about this. They said basically move this to the recommendation section, you know?
Agree.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, agree.
yeah. Okay, so all of those.
Can we get some teeth in recommendation?
Use a minimum of 2 colors or textures on every side of the structure.
I think we should take that one.
BDRC took it out.
The main body color of a house, use colors such as, did you take that one out?
Well, that one doesn't apply to the codes,
Okay.
Mhm.
so we can skip it if not.
Prohibit reflective material. Don't you think it would be cute that if all of the little places down, like the post office painted them as bright as that crazy building on the corner where
Over here?
the, yeah.
Are you being facetious? Are you being facetious?
No, I mean, at least, here's the problem. That building is crazy now.
The
compared to
Victorian, the
everything else.
crazy huge
Yes,
Victorian, yeah,
yes,
we're hot dog Main Street.
yes, we're hot dogging Main Street.
You're saying the whole block should be that?
Yeah, make the whole block that.
Wait. Anyway, number 2 doesn't apply to the codes.
All right.
Okay, so prohibit reflective materials with the exception of architectural topper trim details.
Yeah, we talked about, that's good.
It's fine.
That's fine. All right, number 4. Use wood or wood like, so this doesn't apply to the codes, skip it.
Yeah.
Okay, landscaping and fence walls, hey, we might just finish today. Chain link fences are prohibited in residential areas, that's right, right?
Yeah,
Okay. 2,
what if there are existing?
if they're being, construction's okay, but not permanent. 2. Non-wood retaining walls shall be surfaced, painted, or otherwise treated to blend with their surroundings.
Non-wood retaining wall. What?
So we added, so BDRC added texture to capture the board form.
Retaining walls
cement
are always
walls.
concrete, but it's-
So what we're trying to do is, we're trying to not have people use the cement block without texture. That's what it says.
I like.
Just say cement block retaining walls should be, because I just,
They're not so bad. What's so bad? about
no, I
them?
don't like the look of them either.
Or even the ones like those like simulated stone stacking
What?
things.
Hmm.
Those are awful.
Just call it cement and simulated stone or something, I don't know.
Those are cement blocks too, this.
They are cement blocks. I would just call it cement block.
So cement block,
Yeah,
if used, cement block
yeah.
walls shall be,
Surface painted or landscape.
okay, if used.
So say that, oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah, grow vines and all that.
right.
Okay. Okay, including landscape?
Yeah, that's fine, as long as it's covered in some
That's all you
way,
can
so
really
it
do,
doesn't
yeah.
look like a,
There's that stuff in it.
you know.
Okay, good, perfect. All right, landscaping shall be placed in an organic, natural pattern, and shall avoid linear planting. We don't have any hands, do we, Liz?
Let me double check.
Can we get rid of that one completely?
It would, see, what if they did like the box? What are those box?
I'm gonna show you
Before.
I'm gonna show you a design that's beautiful with it.
But it says acceptable within an overall modern design concept. I
Yeah,
hope what
so
you're
it's
gonna show
saying-
me is modern.
Yeah, so they're saying you don't do this, but you can if you want,
Yeah.
so there's no problem with that.
Yeah, but then why even have it?
I kind
I think
of.
that.
Really?
Yes.
Cause you know how people, I hate to say it, but this is what people do. When they're trying to sell something to CDRC, they give us this elaborate, beautifully designed landscape plan, so by the time they actually go and build the house, they run out of money. And what they do is they buy 10 of the same plants,
Put them in a row.
put them in a row, all down the sides, and call it a day.
But don't they not pass final inspection like that?
Honestly, we're just,
There's no-
we're hard pressed. If they give me the trees, like if say 3 big trees were approved, just give me the dang trees and. we'll-
Linear design landscaping is actually really in right now, and it looks pretty beautiful.
I think,
When it's just 10 of the same thing and. They're like evenly spaced and not done in a nice way.
Yes, it's gonna be
three
very
palm
pretty.
trees.
So you wanna get rid of it?
Yeah.
Okay, fine, let's get rid of it. Who cares? Alright, any
Like, look at this,
new?
look at this, look at all
Look
that.
at the rose garden.
It's already done, we're on 4.
Okay, sorry. New landscape, it's very like ornamental, full leaf,
Yeah. I don't know,
but
I
I
just don't
mean,
think it matters.
it's fine, it's
Yeah,
fine.
right.
Any new landscaping shall give remaining trees adequate space and light, we like that, right? Okay. Landscaping along retaining walls is encouraged using planted areas along the top and bottom of the walls to reduce their apparent height and blend with their natural surroundings. Landscaping is required for retaining walls or tiered walls with a total height over 10 feet in height from grade. So BDRC said move this to a recommendation. Cause it says encouraged anyway.
Right,
And then they struck 10 feet. And they said. Except when less than 2 feet from the property line. Or.
What if they bother with that?
Except
Most people
when
do
less than
whatever.
2 feet from the property line.
Well, they're worried you'll plant a bunch of trees along the bottom of the slope.
I like the look of retaining.
But yeah, but maybe that retaining wall, and maybe it's retaining the slope above your neighbor's house and you plant all the trees. For that retaining wall there. Welding the neighbor.
yeah, I don't know what this one is trying to avoid.
So you're looking at a blank 10-foot retaining wall that's not planted from the bottom or top. And it's, like, don't you want something on top of it? Don't you want something on the bottom of it?
Yeah, no, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay,
The only issue I'm bringing up is the 2-foot thing, I'm.
Just
Okay.
gonna get that. Yeah.
Is that, it should be that there should be some limit on that retaining wall, well, maybe even from the neighbor's property, I don't know.
maybe there should be what,
Well, if every.
2 feet? No, I like
2
that.
feet,
Wait, so So see your neighbor builds a humongous wall,
All right, so.
but you
what
don't
I'm
want
saying
them to
is,
put
here's the
plants
wall.
and stuff in it.
Here's the wall, and, you know, part of your lot is the neighbor's lot here,
Yeah.
and part of it's open to the street.
They're not pretty safe
to do it.
And then you got this wall here, and here's the lot line, and you plant trees along the bottom and that's.
Yeah.
Now they're falling over here.
Yeah, exactly,
Lots,
exactly.
see,
So
that's-
then you agree with it.
I agree with you.
Okay, you agree with
This
it.
suggestions like.
And that's what I'm saying, maybe it should be more than.
Which
So when
you're
you talk about tiers, over 10 feet over grade over.
Which you're gonna plan
Yeah.
anyway.
I don't know, I don't think you could put a retaining wall that close to the lot.
Should it just be over the 10? Okay, so I'm taking the 2 feet unless you guys think it should be larger. But do you think it should just, this requirement for landscaping should it just be over 10 or is? Should we lower that or,
It was 10 feet cumulative.
Yeah.
or tiered wall, yeah.
One wall,
Tiered
10
wall.
feet tall.
No.
Well, that's or tiered
cumulative.
wall.
That's order tier.
10 feet. Who's built a fucking 10-foot concrete wall?
Oh.
I know,
cumulative,
especially
you
on
can-
the property line, it doesn't, we wouldn't even allow
I think
it.
you allow it, yeah.
Well, that's why my question.
Allow this
given the
up.
I
time.
don't think we would allow this at all.
That's what we're trying to figure out, is if it's already prohibited,
So-
why say it?
I think we're just gonna make this whole thing a recommendation, just. for
Yeah.
landscaping.
Cumulative, then.
Okay, cool. Okay, we're just gonna make it a recommendation. Okay, moving on. All landscaping shall be drought tolerant, native, non-invasive, blah, 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 blah. I think we're okay
You
with that.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay. We're all set. Multiple lot development. So this is putting the community design manual into this table. And the community design manual have things for like subdivisions, multi-lot development, where you're developing like 4 lots at a time, 5 lots at a time, 10 lots at a time. So it says, do not,
That around.
there is Valamar. Valamar,
The three.
yeah,
Around, yeah.
Bill?
there's 4 of them.
Oh,
And
really?
then, yeah.
It's for sale now. They only go.
Work like with like the farm housing we just built, like if they just bring in one, you know, like, cause it's multiple lot development, right? And we just dropped, I don't know how many prefab homes on, like, you know, where we just are building off of the 92.
Mhm.
So how does like that, how does all those standards, cause this says,
It's
This only applies to big homes.
just for us.
This only applies to big homes.
well, isn't that land off of 92 us or not?
No,
Mhm.
But it would probably be,
What is it?
it's unincorporated county up until the Half Moon Bay line.
Right. You
But
know,
it's all farms, it's not big
it's
homes.
the standards were.
Big homes starts at
but
Miramar.
isn't farm housing exempt anyway?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, exempt anyway.
Affordable, so I'll exempt affordable housing, but even affordable housing should look right, I mean, it's just some, you know how you guys reviewed Cypress Point? Like, it should look right.
Go look up there in Sunshine Valley Road, we should plop in those two.
Multiple contiguous.
Okay, so-
Go to Sunshine Valley Road.
Project.
Comply with the above standards.
So don't use the same like cookie cutter, do not use the same or same but reversed.
The
Living
language is
elevations
fine.
and or floor plans located directly across the street from each other or on adjacent parcels, just like cookie
Yeah.
cutter, like you have to vary it.
No, this language is fine. It's telling the guy he's gotta build a bunch of custom houses.
Yeah, like design, yeah, exactly.
I'm for the language. I just was curious how they got around, well, I guess it wasn't in here
Well,
before.
we're only Montera, Moss Beach, El Granada,
Miramar.
Miramar,
Miramar. That's all we look
that's all we looked at.
Yeah.
at. So if it's on 92, it's none of our business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Varied design style, exterior detail, roof lines, finished materials and landscaping, so the appearance is not repetitive. Sounds good, right?
Yeah.
And then, signs and parking lots, paved areas such as parking lots, driveways, sidewalks should be secondary to the building in visual prominence. From this, as viewed from the street and landscapes to reduce visual impact. So that's like, this is from the commercial, so this is for like. The commercial areas of El Granada and Moss Beach. So they do a new parking lot, this will kick in. Parking areas should be screened from the view of residential areas and from scenic roadways. On-site On-premise signs should be integrated with the design of the structure and should not extend above the roof line of the structure. Brightly illuminated, rotating, reflective, blinking, flashing, or moving signs, pendants, or streamers are prohibited.
No, let's get rid of that one.
No, forgive it.
Cool,
Good, that's it?
yeah, that's it.
You know, you were talking about providing us with a draft or MCC with a
Yeah.
draft, and can you do us one?
Yes.
Ahead of time,
Yes,
so that we can look at
So
it?
is the MCC making recommendations or what?
the MCC wanted me to come by and talk about lighting,
Okay,
because I guess everyone's worried about the night sky, the dark
dark
sky.
sky.
So I said, well, it only, you know, like, you should know that the design lighting standards are kind of like in process right now. I told them about all these CDRC meetings and I said, like, after I'm done with all the CDRC meetings and all their edits, I can bring this to the MCC.
And Camille, is any kind of recommendation needed or any kind of
Yeah,
motion?
yeah. No, I mean, just, yeah, you guys want,
Oh, do we need to recommend it closed?
or recommend to go forward with the changes
Oh,
as discussed.
officially, yeah.
Okay,
Thank you, Alder. I don't know. Anything else you want to say? Any other questions about the process? No?
When, will the public have an opportunity to have beyond us? Like, will it be sent out in another way or?
Yeah, I'm posting it, I'm sending it to the MCC to post on their website for the 10/22 meeting.
Okay,
I'll also send, like what James said, I'll send it to you guys and we'll post it for your next meeting.
okay.
Or I'll just send it at the same time that I send to the FCC.
Well, I was thinking we should see it ahead of time in case
Yeah,
there's something we missed or goofed on or
Yeah.
misunderstanding.
oh, okay.
You know, that way, you know.
Can we have one more meeting after we've seen that?
We don't need a meeting. Come on, let's just,
No, I'll just send it to you, and if you have any comments, then
we can,
email me.
yeah, we can say, hey, wait a minute, we gotta fix it.
So, and then after
my
that is
comment
planning
shows-
commission, after that is planning commission, and then after that is board supervisor, so those, all these opportunities to like say something.
Somebody has a
Missing.
name of a guy who could do a small project for me. I just wanna read his mind.
We should adjourn. We
Okay.
should adjourn. We should
Which one?
adjourn.
Oh, yeah, let's adjourn, sorry.
okay.
Oh, wait.
What do you want to do, Jared?
No. We can talk about it later, but I'm still crawling along with this whole, building and planning now. How long are they, is there stuff for next month?
Not at the moment. I haven't received it.
Why is this happening?
Why are we dead, like quiet?
Why is it that quiet? Is this a planning thing?
It's probably an economy thing.
No,
You don't think so?
we're months without it.
No, we've been pumping through our,
It doesn't feel slow in the
What's going
office.
on?
it doesn't feel slow in the office.
Maybe it's just getting to that final ready to bring it stage, but it doesn't feel slow in the office.
We do with project assignments every Monday, and we're always still like getting one or two design review projects. I don't think they're getting stuck in review too much. I haven't heard that many complaints about DPW as you would, you know, sometimes here.
Cause
Yeah,
I'm going in
sure.
for a quarterly meeting with him and building is the biggest problem that I understood is where things are just like. And then, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
when I say soapy, there's a look on your face, didn't change at all. So yours did. But now yours.
I wanted to bring up something further.
Okay.
so yeah, we don't know. It could be the economy, it could be people on vacation. I guess we're kind of done with.
And I haven't put the call out for next meeting.
There's one.
Well, I haven't yet, like.
Oh, you're gonna put a call?
Yeah.
Chair recognizes Jim Bennington.
Thank you, sir. I forgot what I was gonna ask.
It's for this meeting.
Hang on, it has to do with training. You know, I saw something in your website about training. And I look at all the codes that we have to review and everything, and I think that maybe we should consider setting up some kind of a training for us in conjunction with the county support, just to go over all of this mess once in a while for the members, us members. so that-
Regulations.
So that we understand it a little bit better.
Teacher.
Yeah, she can teach us. We take a week off, we can go somewhere for a weekend.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Retreat?
Retreat.
Yeah. Exactly. No, but
Keep
some
that.
way,
Your
some-
house?
yeah, we can go to
I
my
have
house.
some
I got
cabins, we have some
two-
cabins that have been working on downtown,
Yeah.
um,
No, we can go in my backyard if you want, it's fine. It's got plenty of room.
Remember, and have them paper.
Yeah, no, but that's just, you know,
at the bottom.
that's
Oh, yeah.
something that, you know, I'm just looking at in terms of us tightening up our game a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I think once this is done, I think implementing it is a different thing than writing it,
Yeah.
you know, so.
Yeah,
And
Or
what
if there's
are the
any
rates?
regulations you're confused about, like ADUs or
I
HIEs
think
or.
we should, you know, we should kind of do a general review of everything that affects the coast here.
Make it more coherent in here.
And
Yeah, sure.
so that we as a group understand that our role a little better and what we're here for and what we're doing here. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean we're gonna
We
agree.
can agendize it,
Yeah,
and what I can,
Oh, you're gonna jump this back.
we can agendize the discussion, and then I can prepare based on the areas you want me to focus on.
yeah.
And could
Well,
even,
right after we see the draft.
yeah,
If they want.
well, I mean, you may wanna wait till it gets adopted.
Yeah.
When you start doing. the
We're not going over the draft.
We can't get Seaside or the Crow's Nest in one week, so.
We don't
I
want
wanna
to,
talk to you about the water department before you go, and.
all right.
Sure.
Is there anything you want me to bring up to Jim and Sophie?
No, we can talk about it after this meeting then.
And. No, I think I'm good, and there was somebody.
Okay,
I lost it.
We good?
Uh, Yeah,
Motion to close?
like the, post public comment,
Close the meeting,
everyone can close the meeting.
Okay, meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
alright, thanks everyone.